Hi, I'm Andy from Yorkshire Wedding Invites. I'm wanting to speak to you today about something what comes up so many times. I see it all over Facebook, all over various forums, and that's something what people class as wedding tax. Is there such a thing? Isn't there? Well, in all honesty, no, there isn't. What you will find though is most of the reputable companies, the ones who are respectable, the ones what have perfected their craft, charge a reasonable amount of money. Of course, you've got to expect to pay that person's wages, their team's wages, their establishment, insurances, etc., etc. We find quite often stationers are given a really bad name when it comes to this. Everyone thinks that because you can go to Vistaprint and get 1,000 leaflets for £50, that invites are going to be exactly the same. Unfortunately, there's a lot more work, there's a lot more cost goes into producing an invitation, what we'd send out to our couples, our guests, than what goes into making just a leaflet. I've got an example here. This is one of our popular invites. As you can see from the front, there's multiple layers here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers of card just on the front of this invite alone. Opening it up to the inside here, we've got 4 more layers, well in fact 5 including the backing, just for the actual invite. So as you can imagine, that soon adds up in cost. You'll find with all of ours, there's quite a weight to our invites. They're very sturdy. They're not your flimsy little piece of paper. All of our invites are made using minimum 300 GSM card. We don't print on paper. We always use cardstock. With multiple layers of that, there's certainly well over 2,000 GSM just in this one card if it was all put together. Couple that with the ribbons, embellishments, whether it be a wooden one or like you can see behind me, some of the crystal or pearl embellishments, that all adds to the cost. So we charge as low as we can for our invitations, but we have to take into account the time it takes to make these, this many layers. Of course, it adds to the time. We've got to take into account the actual cost of the materials. Card cost, you may think, is a couple of pence a sheet, when in fact we can be paying almost £1 a sheet for some of the glitter cards. This one, for instance, the orange back in there is 70 pence a sheet. We've got that throughout the invitation. So for costs to add up, we've also got our general overheads. We run a shop. We've also got to put food on the table. There's no point us doing things where we're making no profit at all, because you wouldn't have a business there to run afterwards. So we've got to look at things realistically. We do try and reduce costs as much as possible. We try and keep our costs down as much as possible. And we try and look after our customers as much as possible. But at the end of the day, we still need to be able to put food on our table and look after our families. This is mine and Steph's only job. This is what we do day in, day out. So it's really important to us that we make this work. Unfortunately, we can't go around charging 30-40 pence per invite like some of the people have claimed to be able to get off the internet, off various selling sites, off the likes of Facebook, etc. If that's what you're looking for, if you're after the cheapest of the cheap, then I'm sorry, that's not us. We won't pretend to be able to do that for you. However, what we will do is offer value for money. We offer the service, the know-how, and our near 20 years of experience. If you would like to discuss it further, if you'd like to know what can increase or decrease the cost of things, please do get in touch. We're happy to help. We're happy to discuss things. That's what we're here for. We're happy to have that chat and discuss any possibilities what you might have. Okay, bye for now.